So thank you everybody for joining our webinar and taking the time today to learn about some new ideas for tourism promotion. We're excited to share with you the trends, best practices, and examples of innovative tourism marketing that we've learned of through our consulting and research. My name is Daryl Metcalf. I'm a consultant with YFactor, and I'll moderate the webinar today. Your presenters will be Tyler Seed, Research Analyst, and Rebecca Storms, Associate Consultant with YFactor. If you have any questions about what you see, please use the questions box at the right side of your screen and just ask them whenever you think of them. We'll collect your questions throughout the webinar and then answer them all at the end. With that, let's jump right in. I'm now going to turn it over to Tyler, who will get us started with some awesome tourism websites. Tyler?
Hello everyone. So we do a lot of best practice research when we develop tourism strategies for clients and websites. And we came across a lot of interesting and innovative ideas for tourism promotion. We wanted to share with you a few of the really cool things that we found in our research. These might be new ideas, but they also might be just examples of people who are doing a really good job of more traditional websites or apps or social media. So stick with us and we'll have a lot of different things to show you. First of all, we're going to take a look at some awesome websites. And if things get a little choppy here, I apologize, but please bear with us. So this is Utah's Life Elevated website. This is an all-around excellent tourism website with really good presentation. A lot of the best tourism websites manage to communicate the character of the place, and we think Utah does this really well with all of its really nice, high-quality, large images and just consistency of design. So we're going to go down to the featured events here, and a lot of tourism websites are going to have events listings, but the Utah website has images, which makes them a little bit more easy to engage with. And we are going to take a look at the Spring Fling at the Hee-Haw Farms on April 7th. So if we go down to the Spring Fling, we can see a map which is going to show you where to go, and it's also handy. It's a really easy access to the street view, which I always like to check out before I go to a place so I know when I've actually gotten to the right place. Another nice thing about this Utah website, along with the banner images at the top, is this experience slider, which shows you really large, full-screen, beautiful landscape images from across Utah, and it allows you to share them on Facebook and Twitter. Some really spectacular images here. The next website that we'd like to show you is a very innovative and another really beautiful tourism website called New Zealand 100% Pure. So the New Zealand 100% Pure website starts on the home page, and you can just scroll down through these large images. And it shows you some of the most popular attractions and sites throughout New Zealand. Really spectacular images here. And there's always a map on the website as well. If we find something that we want to actually visit, say we want to go to Auckland, we can click on the Auckland tab there, and it'll show us an article. The article shows up, the map zooms into Auckland and resizes itself. Say we want to check out some of the activities and tours that are happening in Auckland. It's very easy to do. And now we've got a list of the tours, and the map itself shows you where all these things are going to be happening. Maybe we want to check out the Bush and Beach Auckland's Untamed Island tour. We can go there. Again, it's going to show us where it is on the map. We see some images that people have posted on Facebook and a description of what the tour does. And we can add that to our trip planner. Visit the trip planner, and we can see all the things that we found really interesting, and we can view them again on a large map. and it'll show us all the sites around New Zealand. You can spend a lot of time on this New Zealand website, even if you're not going to go there. It's got great presentation and it really holds your attention. It provides excellent, easy-to-use tools that allows the visitor to plan their trips, and it's a lot of fun to navigate. All right, the next thing we want to talk about is smart content. And smart content isn't a website, but it is it's a content personalization software that allows DMO's website to speak to different audiences with messaging that's most relevant. So it can target the messaging based on your geolocation information or based on the searches that you've done. So these are some examples of websites that are using smart content. San Antonio targets audience segments with geo-targeted messages, and it's got over 68% more click-throughs on its homepage. And New Orleans uses smart content as well to target the homepage image based on where people are coming from to the site. And they've got 4 times more click-throughs than they had before. So moving on from websites, we're going to take a look at some innovative tourism killer apps, starting with something called Wikitude. You may be familiar with augmented reality, or AR, and Wikitude is an augmented reality browser for smartphones. Basically, the camera views what's around you, and it overlays the camera image with points of interest coming from places like Wikipedia or Yelp. It could be informational content. It could be restaurants or restaurant reviews, nearest gas stations, anything, basically. Currently, there are about 110 million points of information all around the world, and more are added every day. And these points of interest are displayed right on the screen, as you can see it right there. And one of the really cool things about Wikitude is that, as the wiki title suggests, it's kind of like Wikipedia, where people can add their own and geotag their own points of interest. So this is a display of the screen when you're actually adding your own points of interest. And so conceivably, a DMO could build and manage a Wikitude world, sort of in the same way they do with a Facebook account, to actually enhance the tourism experience in their community and help visitors find relevant information, attractions, restaurants, and hotels in real time as they actually tour around. It's designed to be really simple and easy to use and encourage broader participation, so operators themselves could actually manage their own points of interest in a Wikitude world. Next app I want to show you is It Happened Here. So this app won a Best iPhone Tour App by travelandleisure.com. It's another visitor-enhancing experience enhancing mobile app. Basically, the app uses Google Maps and geolocation to show points of interest around your location in a given city with historical events that happen there. So it kind of turns the whole city into like a giant museum. Unfortunately, It Happened Here doesn't have the same open wiki philosophy as Wikitude, so they control all of the content that goes onto the app. They add the cities on their own schedule, and you have to submit events to them to have them approved. So we wanted to show this to you not so much as an app that a DMO would use right now, but as a really interesting example of how one could use a location-aware app to create a cool mobile guidebook in your pocket. And on that note, we'd like to show you Elgin County's Visitor app, which is one of our own projects here at YFactor. The Elgin County Visitor app is currently available free on the iTunes Store for anyone planning a trip to Elgin County, Ontario. So this is one of the screenshots here. This is the attractions. You can search the attractions in Elgin County by keyword, community, category, or through a map view. This is an example of a listing on the tourism app. Operators can manage their own listings through an online directory, or Elgin County Tourism can do it themselves through the back end of the mobile app. This is the itinerary. So once you look at a listing, you can add it to your itinerary, and the app will build a list of the things that you want to see. And once you've got an itinerary, you can populate the itinerary on a Google map, and you can see where exactly everything is that you want to see in Elgin County. Finally, the last interesting app that we want to show you is an online app. So this is a browser app called Planner at www.planner.com. So Planner's for planning a trip when you don't really know what you want to do and you're going somewhere that you've never been before. So we go to Get Started Now. And right now there are only 20 cities currently on Planner, but apparently Planner is working on a system to allow the adding of content. And when this happens, we might expect that this platform would open up a lot and more cities to be added. So right now it's just larger cities in North America and Europe. So let's do a New York tour. We want to stay for 4 days, starting on Wednesday the 13th. See the most popular things here. Got a few options. And our pace, let's say moderate. And the luxury level, we could go for 5-star, but trying to watch the budget, so we'll go to 3-star. And it is calculating our trip. And our trip is ready here. So you can see New York on the screen there. On the left side, there's a schedule of all the things we're going to be doing on each given day. And on the right side is a large map with the routes. So click to start. You can see our map in downtown Manhattan there on the first day. We can switch to day 2 and the map changes. Of course, we can edit this. We don't have to go to all these places. And over here on the far left side, you can edit all of the various places. And you can share it to Facebook. You can share your schedule on Facebook, or you can print it off and take it with you on your trip. And that is it for our apps. So I'm going to hand it off to Rebecca here to tell you about Getting Social.
Hi, everyone. So now we're going to talk about Getting Social. In some of our research, we found a study by Forrester Research that showed that 2/3 of U.S. travelers who use DMO websites also engage in some kind of social media activity. This means that there's a high priority for DMOs to contribute to these social media interactions, because there's a real opportunity for you to use social media to draw participants to your website. A lot of DMOs and tourism organizations are using social media, but the real question is, are people doing a good job? Social media doesn't just happen on its own. It requires a really good plan and a lot of dedication. Pure Michigan is an example of a DMO that's effectively utilizing social media to their advantage. In fact, in 2010, Michigan was rated #1 in the U.S. In social media tourism promotion. So Pure Michigan uses a really comprehensive approach to their social media plan. They're on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Flickr, Google+, and they have a blog. What I wanted to point out here with this screen is that they use a lot of common design elements amongst each one of their social media platforms, as you can see here in the picture, which really reinforces the Pure Michigan brand, and it helps the brand become really recognizable. They're also really active on each of their social media platforms. They update content daily, and they do a fantastic job of creating conversations online. Just yesterday, I was on their Facebook page, and I noticed that within 40 minutes of putting up a post, they had 5 or 6 different replies. So they're doing a really good job of starting conversations. And actually, just 2 days ago, they released a new Facebook app that allows fans to choose from a variety of Pure Michigan photos that you can download, and then you can use it wherever you would like. So maybe for your Facebook timeline photo or for a Twitter background. The point is that they really stay on top of the trends in social media. And if you're thinking of doing social media in your community, we really recommend that you check out the social media things that Pure Michigan is doing, just to get a sense of the type of content the frequency of posting, and other interesting things that they use social media for. So a newer trend in social media is the use of Pinterest. Pinterest is a virtual pin board that allows you to organize and share all kinds of interesting things on the web. In the case of tourism, you can use it to collect pictures about events or attractions or anything within your community. People are able to follow you, and you can follow them, and they can see what you're pinning, and then they're also able to share your pins through Facebook, Twitter, or their own Pinterest board. So we discovered in our research that several DMOs are really starting to jump on this Pinterest bandwagon. Here we have an example of Ontario Highlands, who, as you can see, has several boards where they've pinned various pictures from their community, and they've organized them under categories, so culinary, motorsports, winter adventure, as you can see. Some of the pictures are ones that they've uploaded, and some are ones that other people had pinned, and then they repinned them onto their board. So this is an example of their paddling board where they've pinned several pictures of people paddling in the community. I'm not sure if you can really make it out on your screen, but you can see that people have repinned or liked the content, thereby further sharing it with their own social networks. So at this point, we don't really know. Pinterest may not be able to convert someone into a tourist, but it definitely has the potential to get the word out about your community and to allow you to share some of your best photos and experiences. When we were talking about it in the office, one of the things we thought a DMO could do with something like Pinterest is to host a photo contest for your community, to host a photo contest with your community through Pinterest, allowing people to put their pictures up and then having a vote to see maybe who had the best picture of your region. So it's something that we'll see what happens with in the future. Our next social media thing is a YouTube campaign called You Wish You Knew Philly. This was a particularly innovative way to use YouTube, and it really did a good job of reflecting the true Philly. The campaign consisted of 101 short videos that were posted in 101 days. Each of the videos featured an authentic Philadelphian who let people know the one thing that they wish that everybody knew about Philadelphia. So it was really an interesting way for a DMO to utilize YouTube to their advantage. So the next thing we want to talk about is tourism trails. Trails is something we've really seen here at YFactor is increasing in popularity with different communities. Part of the reason is that trail programs are a great opportunity to find something in your community that you do really well and that you maybe have a lot of. For example, a culinary attraction, arts attractions, historical attractions. And then you can connect them together and create a destination. Trails can provide a visitor with a comprehensive experience. It can connect them to everything that they're interested in that's in your community and makes it really easy for a tourist to plan a visit. Trails also provide an opportunity for DMOs to work with local businesses and to increase local businesses' exposure. We're going to show you a couple of quick examples of tourism trails, each with its own flavor. So we worked with Elgin County to develop their Arts Trail program. This trail connects the very best in the local arts attractions throughout the county, and it really provides a compelling reason for someone with an interest in the arts to visit the community. It's also a great way for people in the community to find out about attractions they maybe didn't realize existed. What Elgin County has done here is create an Arts Trail brand, a website, an interactive map, and a discovery guide to promote their trail. They created a membership structure, and local businesses had to apply to be part of the trail. Members were interviewed and photographed and are featured throughout the website and the discovery guide. So the website that you see here at the bottom right hand, it features an interactive database and a trip itinerary builder, so that helps visitors plan their vacation and really takes them to that next step in ensuring that they actually will come to the community. And this website actually won an award at EDCO this year, which was great. So now you can see on your screen here the Elgin Arts Trail interactive map. The interactive map is a really important component of the website. You can scroll all over the map, and you can click on any of the numbers to find out more information about a particular attraction. As I mentioned earlier, Elgin also developed some collateral for the Arts Trail. Inside the Discovery Guide, which you can see a fold-out in the bottom here, each member is highlighted, and it tells about their studio and then the hours and how you can get in touch with them, their website and contact information. And then the centerfold is actually a fold-out map, a version of that interactive map that we just saw. So our next trail example is the Tennessee Civil War Trail. This trail was designed to preserve, enhance, interpret, and promote the legacy of the Civil War in Tennessee. So just like Elgin, they've developed a website, an interactive map, and collateral to promote their trail. The website provides a variety of information. It highlights local events, and it actually provides interactive teaching tools that are available and are really engaging for the website visitor. You can see here on this interactive map that the locations of all of the attractions are highlighted. And if you click on any of the attractions, more information about that destination appears, and you can actually access Google Maps for directions. So the final trail we're going to showcase to you today is the Green Chili Cheeseburger Trail in New Mexico. And the reason I wanted to bring this one up is just to show you that it really doesn't matter what you have in your community. It can be anything. We've really there's a variety of trails out there, from heritage to cheeseburgers. So it's just a matter of finding what's great about your community. So the New Mexico Tourism website states that the green chili is considered the defining ingredient of New Mexican cuisine. After about 8,000 locals and visitors voted for their favorite chili cheeseburger, the New Mexico Tourism Department decided that it was time to develop a trail guide that would connect all of the restaurants, cafes, drive-ins, and dives that offer chili cheeseburgers. They did this both for the major transportation routes and then also for any small communities that have something to offer. The goal of this guide is to help you find the best green chili cheeseburgers throughout New Mexico and to tease your taste buds. So that's it for the trail programs. I'm now going to pass it back to Tyler, who's going to talk about tourism promotion gone viral.
Hello again. So tourism promotion gone viral. This is another aspect of tourism promotion in the internet age. So with the internet and social media, sometimes things go viral. It's hard to plan for when things go viral, but we're going to take a look at some online tourism marketing campaigns that accidentally or not so accidentally went viral and got a lot of press on the internet in the last few years. So first of all, you're probably familiar with the Banff photobombing squirrel. On August 7th, 2008, this photo, submitted by a Minnesotan couple, was posted on the National Geographic online gallery for a photography contest. In less than a week, the squirrel was all over the internet, with people photoshopping him into all sorts of zany situations. Apparently, the number of international visitors to Banff had slumped in recent years, and although people aren't going to visit Banff just because they saw a funny squirrel on Facebook, this was a lot of free marketing, and the tourism officials were thrilled with it, and it got them a lot of attention. Next, more fun in the Philippines. Now, this one may not be quite so positive, but it is more recent. So the More Fun in the Philippines campaign was officially launched on January 6th of this year. And on that same day, the hashtag It's More Fun in the Philippines became a globally trending topic on Twitter, and conversations surged on Facebook, where dozens of fan pages were launched. It was all over Facebook and Reddit and Twitter. And this was mostly a great result and a lot of free marketing for the Philippines Tourism Organization. On the other hand, once something has gone viral, you have sort of lost control, and you can't necessarily predict what people are going to do with it. So some of the More Fun in the Philippines turned out to be a little bit more on the sarcastic side and not necessarily so positive. So on that note, we're going to move on to tourism promotion gone wrong. Sometimes things go viral for all the wrong reasons, as in the case of the North Dakota Legendary campaign. This is just a really bad ad that in a pre-internet age hopefully would have been ignored and gone unnoticed, but it ended up trending on Facebook and Twitter for a few days, and a lot of people unfortunately were made aware of this pretty lame and sort of offensive ad. Next was the hastily made Cleveland tourism video. So again, unintended results for a Cleveland tourism organization when they had a YouTube photo contest or a YouTube video contest. They said the rules were under 2 minutes, under $2 to produce, and they got a few entries. But this one, the hastily made Cleveland tourism video, ended up with over 1 million hits, and is not very flattering to Cleveland. We were gonna play it here, but it has some language that may be offensive to some viewers, so we invite you to check it out on YouTube for yourself. Finally, an example of an actual manufactured viral campaign is the Woody Goombsbaugh Leavenworth, Washington video, which, if you go on YouTube, is called the best tourism ad, best tourism video ad. And it's just so over the top that you can tell they were definitely hoping for this to go viral. And so far, they have had success with that. They've had over 500,000 hits. It's, again, pretty racy, so we invite you to check that out for yourself on YouTube. And that is our last example. So thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed the presentation. And if you have any questions, you can post them in the question box on the bottom right hand of the screen there.
All right, thank you very much, Tyler and Rebecca. Very good job, very neat tourism promotion ideas. We'll now open it up to some of the questions that we've been receiving throughout the webinar. So yeah, just as a reminder, ask them on the right side and we'll answer them here. The first question isn't actually a question, but actually an interesting tourism idea from one of our attendees who wants us to know that Ontario Southwest Tourism Region is in the same vein as the Tennessee Civil War Trail, getting their regions together to do an app and a trail for the War of 1812, presumably for that 200th year anniversary. So new tourism ideas and innovative ideas for promotion are all around us. So the first question I have for Tyler and Rebecca is, what is the best bang for your buck for a small town? So overall, the things that we've talked about today, like apps and websites and trails and other cool tourism ideas, what would be the #1 recommendation that you'd have?
Well, I would think that one of the first things you'd want to make sure that you do have, very basic, is just a high-quality tourism website that's eye-catching and showcases your community's best qualities and most attractive qualities for visitors.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. From the research we've done, we know that a lot of people who are tourists are looking on the DMO's website for information, so it's really important to have something that's really engaging, and also that it's mobile friendly. A lot of people are accessing information on their smartphones when they travel, so having a website that's engaging and that's mobile friendly is probably the place to start.
And websites don't need to be overly expensive. They can be very affordable, and you can pair your website with a free social media account. You know, you're going to want to run an accompanying Facebook or Twitter, and that's very easy and cheap for a small community to do.
All right, thanks, guys. Next question would be more for Rebecca. So you showed us some of the interesting tourism trails and different routes. If my community is interested in setting up one of these trails, what would be the first step? What was the first thing that we need to do if we haven't got any of this together yet?
Okay, so I would say probably the most important thing is to start with the strategy. You need to figure out what exactly your trail is going to be about, who's going to be involved, the logistics and your budget, those types of things. Once you've got that in place, you know your target audience, then you can move on to building your brand and your website and whatever other tactics are best to reach your audience. But really the first thing to do is to develop a strong strategy.
All right, thanks, Rebecca. Our next question is, can apps be integrated into an existing website? And I'll answer that one if you guys don't mind. Generally, you're going to want to have apps specific to mobile platforms as well as mobile web apps, so that when people visit your website on their mobile device, they're automatically presented with a mobile-friendly version of the site, so they can use all the same tools that they would be able to on their desktop computer, but optimized for the smaller screen size and perhaps a touch interface as well. So that looks like all the questions that we have so far. I'll just leave it open for another couple seconds if anyone has any last-minute questions that they're typing up. No, it looks like we've answered all the questions. So thank you again, everybody, for taking the time out of your day today to learn about some new tourism ideas or new tourism promotion ideas. And we will be sending out a link to this presentation as a follow-up to all those who attended. So thank you again, and have a good day.